Hey guys, how's it going? You good? Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. Not too bad. Yeah. How are the kids? Decent. So, as you might have guessed from the title of this video and the fact that I don't have a guitar in hand, I've got something a little bit different planned today. Today is story time with Lloyd. And today's story is how I, with a little help from my brother, snuck into a Twice event to meet all 9 members of Twice. So, on to the story. As some of you may know, in 2017 I decided to go to New York with my brother. This is my brother, Elliot. The main reason we went to visit New York was to see the sights, eat some great food, take in the culture, and just overall have a swell time. However, what tipped us over the edge on wanting to go was that KCON was happening that year. Now, normally KCON wouldn't really interest me and Elliot, but this year, Twice were going to be there. So we packed up our bags and off we went. 8 or so hours later, we arrived and we spent 2 days just loving life. The weather was perfect. We were seeing Empire State Building, just everything a New York tourist does. And then on the 3rd day, we travelled to the outskirts of New Jersey to attend KCON. Now, anybody who has attended KCON before knows that each artist who goes there has a fan engagement and high touch. In the fan engagement session, everyone crowds into a room and, in this case, Twice go on the stage, answer a bunch of questions, the fans scream and all record with their phones and don't actually enjoy the moment at all, but that's a rant for another day, I think. For the high touch, the select few get to walk on stage and high-five every single member of the group. Now, down to the sneakiness. When you get your wristbands for entering KCON, you get a bag full of freebies. And within this bag, you have 4, I think, scratch cards. The scratch cards look like this. 2 of these scratch cards were for the fan engagement, and the other 2 were for the high touch. You scratch off the middle of the card, and it either says the name of the group that you have won to see, or it says, sorry. Elliot and I, we waited in line, we got our freebies, we stood to the side, got out our tickets, scratched away, and sorry, highlight, CN blue. No Twice. This is what I like to call Griffiths luck. We asked around pretty much everyone there to see if they had a Twice ticket that they'll want to trade or sell to us, but they were pretty much like gold dust. Everyone wanted a Twice ticket, so no luck. While we were on the train home, we discussed that really the only reason that we paid for tickets to go to KCON was so we could see Twice, and we hadn't even won tickets to go and see them in the fan engagement, so we were pretty bummed out, to be honest. But that is when we hatched our cunning plan. We looked at our tickets and we noticed that the background that says sorry on it is white, and in our opinion, that is easily forged. So what we did is we went to the nearest Staples to our hotel, and we got some Tipex, or I think whiteout, Americans call it. We brought it back to our hotel room, and we whited over the sorry. We did this in a kind of messy way to make it look like we'd hastily scratched off the scratch card. We then looked at the photo of the Twice ticket that we took earlier in the day, and we tried to copy the writing as best we could in black biro. Now, neither of us have particularly good handwriting or are kind of good at art in any way, and we're both pretty nervous because we only had one take to do this. So we tried our best to write out Twice in capital letters over the top of the whiteout, and this is what it looked like. Now that I've told you, it's probably pretty obvious that they're forged, but we were hoping that because there were going to be a lot of people there and it's a bit of a rush and a big event, that the security wouldn't really kind of scrutinise it that much. So the next day arrives and it's time for the Twice High Touch event. There was a pretty huge queue of people waiting to get into the room, and at the front of the queue there were 5 security guards. Elliot and I decided to split up, as if we split up the fake tickets, they'd have less chance of noticing them. So we walked up to each security guard separately. We showed them our tickets as nonchalantly as possible and hoped for the best. They looked at the ticket and, "Thank you, sir," and in we went. Yes! Buzzing. So we made our way through those doors, looked ahead into the room and more security. I asked Elliot to hang back a little bit so we didn't have to go through together, so he pretended to get some water out of his bag or something like that. So I walked up to the security guard, flashed her my ticket, and buzzing! Passed the second security guard without a problem, and a couple of seconds later, Elliot joined me. We now saw that there were a whole bunch of people standing behind this metal fence, and they were the people who'd got the fan engagement tickets. And then just to the side of the fence, there was a little path that you could walk down to get to the high touch area, and lo and behold, another security guard. This time, Elliot and I decided to go with the overwhelming tactic. This is when you show 2 tickets at once, so the guard kind of panics and just goes, yeah, okay, whatever. We tried it, and we got through again. Yes. So we stood in the high touch crowd section, and we watched the Q&A, and Twice were looking fantastic, as they always do. Then came the high touch. They asked all of the lucky members of the crowd to form an orderly line and get your tickets out ready for inspection. Security guard number 4. Once again, Elliot and I split up, and we just had to hope for the best because this was the final stage. We stayed a little bit to the back of the queue because we thought that they could be running short on time, and at that point they'll be really trying to hurry up everyone who wants to go on stage. So we queued up, got our tickets out, handed them to security guard number 4, and completed it, mate. So we walked up the stairs, walked to the centre of the stage, and got to high five every single member of Twice. Yes. Luckily, there was some footage of me getting on stage and high-fiving them, so I'll play that for you now. When we got off stage, we were absolutely buzzing because we got to see the girls that we came to see, and because I'm pretty sure that Mina fancied me, but I'm just saying. So that's it. That is the story of how myself and my brother, with a little bit of Tipex and a little bit of courage, got to meet Twice when we had no right to, really. I'd also like to thank KCON for letting us get past their security with our dodgy tickets. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of this kind of content, then please let me know below. I do have a few more stories of sneakiness if you'd like to hear them. And as always, please like and subscribe. Peace!